My business grew while my phone was face down on a table in Scotland. If you're exhausted from manually chasing every single lead, answering every DM the second it lands, terrified that stepping away from your phone for even an hour means losing everything you've built, I need you to watch this entire video, warrior. Because I used to live exactly like that, and I don't anymore. Hey warrior, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Rudy, faith-fueled business coach, mom to 2 grown sons, and the founder of Reemerge and Rise, where we help warrior moms build online businesses that actually fit their real lives. And today I'm coming to you from a very specific place emotionally, if not literally by the time you watch this. Freedom. Actual, real, phone in another room, freedom. Because here's what just happened. I am currently spending time overseas in Scotland. Bagpipes outside, questionable haggis, kilts everywhere, the whole experience. And for most of this trip, I was not glued to my phone managing my business. I wasn't answering every DM the second it came in. I wasn't manually following up with every single lead. And you know what happened to my business while I was checked out? It kept growing. It kept nurturing my audience. It kept making sales because I had built the systems ahead of time to carry it. I want to be really honest with you about where I started though, because I know some of you are sitting exactly where I used to sit, and I don't want you to think this came easily or naturally to me. For years, I believed deep in my bones that if I wasn't personally, manually, exhaustively doing every single thing myself, my business would fall apart. Worse than that, I believed it would mean I wasn't a good enough coach, a good enough mom, a good enough anything. And I built my entire identity around being the one who does it all. I answered messages at midnight. I skipped time with my own family because what if someone needs me right now? I thought automation was somehow dishonest. Like if a system sent an email instead of me typing it live in real time, exhausted, I was lying to my audience. Can I tell you how heavy that was to carry? It wasn't sustainable. It wasn't healthy. And honestly, warrior, it wasn't even effective because a burnt out version of me sending rushed, resentful messages at midnight was never going to serve my warrior moms better than a calm, intentional system built once with love and used forever. Here's the shift that changed absolutely everything for me. Automation isn't the opposite of authenticity. Automation is permission. Every single word in my nurture sequence, I wrote. Every story, every lesson, every soft invitation, that's still 100% all me. The system just carries my voice when I physically can't be there to say it myself. That email that goes out at 9 a.m. while I'm asleep or traveling or just living my actual life, that's still my heart. The system just delivered it on my behalf. That distinction matters so much, warrior, because I think a lot of us conflate automated with impersonal, and they are not the same thing at all. Impersonal is a generic template with your name slapped on it that could have come from anyone. Automated but human is a system that only works because you built it in your voice with your real stories. It just doesn't require you to be sitting at the keyboard every single time it delivers. So let's actually break down what this looks like in practice, because I don't want to leave you with just a feeling. I want to leave you with a system you can build. There are 3 parts to the CALM system that carried my business through this entire trip. the simple evergreen funnel, the human sounding nurture sequence, and the automated lead follow-up. Let's walk through each one. Part 1, the simple evergreen funnel. I want you to forget everything you think a funnel has to be. It does not need 17 steps. It does not need a complicated tech stack. It needs 3 things. 1 freebie that solves a real problem, 1 email sequence that builds trust, and 1 offer that naturally makes sense by the time your audience sees it. That's genuinely the whole thing. My Calm Business Systems Kit, which, by the way, is free and is linked below in the description of the video if you want the exact starting framework, it solves 1 specific problem. Overwhelmed business owners who need simple systems, not more complexity. It doesn't try to be everything to everyone. It's narrow, it's specific, and that specificity is exactly what makes it convert. Once someone grabs that freebie, they're not just left hanging. They move straight into part 2. Part 2, the human sounding nurture sequence. This is where most people go wrong with automation. And it's why so many of you have told me automated emails feel fake or salesy, because most nurture sequences are fake and salesy. They're written from a template, stuffed with urgency language, and they never once tell a real story. Here's the formula I use for every single email in my sequence. Moment, feeling, lesson, bridge. I start with a real moment from my actual life. Something that happened, something true. I name the feeling it brought up because feelings are what build connection, not features. Then I shared the lesson that moment taught me. And finally, I bridge that lesson gently to whatever my reader might be going through. My welcome email isn't welcome to my list. Here's what to expect. It's a real introduction. Who I am, why I started this, what I believe about building a business that doesn't cost you your peace. My second email tells a genuine struggle story, a time I almost gave up, what it felt like, what got me through. My third email gives pure value, no strings attached, just something genuinely useful they can use today. And my fourth email gently addresses whatever doubt might be standing between them and taking the next step. And my fifth email, and only the fifth, makes the actual invitation. 4 out of 5 emails ask for nothing, they just build trust. And that restraint is what makes the 5th email land so softly, because by the time it arrives, it doesn't feel like a pitch. It feels like the next right step from someone they already trust. Part 3, automated lead follow-up. This is the piece that used to terrify me the most, because I was convinced that if I wasn't personally following up, leads would just disappear. Forget about me. Move on. And here's what I learned instead. A simple tag and trigger system in Aweber does this follow-up far more reliably than my exhausted, overwhelmed brain ever could. Someone opts in, they get tagged, that tag triggers the sequence, and the sequence does the remembering for me. I never again have to lie awake going, oh no, did I follow up with her? The system remembers every time without fail, without me. Let me walk you through very practically what this looked like for me while I've been here in Scotland. My Calm Business System Kit opt-in was live the entire time. Every single person who grabbed it got tagged automatically, and that tag triggered my nurture sequence. The same 5 email framework I just walked you through. completely on autopilot. And at the end of that sequence, they landed on a natural invitation into my paid offers without me lifting a single finger. I checked my email maybe once every few days. I responded to genuine replies when I had the bandwidth and the desire, but not out of panic or obligation. And the system kept working the entire time, quietly, faithfully, in the background, because I built it with intention before I ever needed it to carry me. And that is the entire point of calm systems, warrior. You build them before the crisis, before the trip, before the burnout, so that when life happens, and it always does, your business doesn't collapse. It just keeps going steady because you gave it something solid to stand on. I want to spend a minute on the inner work here too, because the tech is honestly the easy part. The hard part is trusting that support doesn't dilute your authenticity. The hard part is releasing the belief that you have to do everything yourself to prove you're worthy of the success you're building. That belief that I have to do it all myself, it's not just exhausting, it's actually a form of control. It's fear wearing the costume of diligence. And letting it go doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small, brave step at a time. One task you hand off to a system instead of your own two exhausted hands. This month's affirmation has been sitting with me the entire time I've been away. I release the pressure to do everything myself. I build systems that create peace, protect my energy, and allow my business to grow with grace. Say that with me, warrior, because I promise you, you need to hear it as much as I did. If everything I just walked you through feels like exactly what you need, but you're staring at Aweber wondering where to even start, that's exactly what I'm teaching live, step by step, inside my free training, Automate Your Income Without Burnout. And it's happening August 26th at 7 p.m. We're going to build this together. No tech overwhelm, no getting left behind. The link is below in the description. So save your seat right now while it's on your mind. And if you want the starting framework before then, grab my free Calm Business Systems Kit. Also linked below. It's the exact foundation for everything in this video. If you've been sitting outside my school community wondering if it's the right time to come in, warrior, it's the right time. Empower Collective is where we build all of this together week after week with women who actually get it. Come join us. Drop a comment below and tell me the one task you're ready to hand off to a system this week. I read every single one, even from a different time zone. And if you're ready for the full roadmap from surviving to thriving, the Warrior Moms Playbook is live right now. Not coming soon, not almost done. It's live and ready for you today. Also linked below. Thank you for spending this time with me, warrior. Go build something calm today, and I'll see you in the next one. And as I always like to say, re-emerge and rise, my warriors, because warriors do it better.